What's going on YouTube? Leo Pazzo TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today's going to be a quick video I decided to do as I'm building the 120 gallon custom saltwater coral reef fish tank, and it is approaching the time to set it up and deliver it to my client's house. So I figured to make my life easier, what is going to do the trick to move this tank instead of actually picking it up yourself with two guys and carrying it through the lobby, up the elevator and waiting for the elevator and just all that other jazz. I just figured just make things as simple as possible, not to hurt our backs, and just think easy and smart. I called around a few places to look around for a dolly to help me out to move this aquarium, and a few places did have some dollies to rent, but they were more the dollies to move appliances with, such as like a fridge or a dryer, washing machine that had the two wheels, and then you would pull it back and just kind of balance it like that. But in the case of me carrying this aquarium and moving it, I'd rather not do that, as all the pressure would be on that one kind of panel of glass. I really kind of want it to be just distributed nice, and just in general it would be much easier for me to grab one end of the tank, someone else, my partner, to grab the other end of the tank, just move it off the truck, bend our knees down, and just put it on this dolly. So that's what I have here in front of me today, guys. I'm just going to get straight to it, get right to the point. Very basic, simple materials, and I'm assuming and hoping this is going to do the job. So first things first, I got myself some 3/4 inch plywood that I had kicking around. Just in general, I had some plywood kicking around, so I used a 3/4 inch as it is nice and thick and strong. Along with that, I made the 3/4 inch plywood approximately 3 feet long by 2 feet wide, and I also cut myself two 2x6s, which are going to go on either end like so. One on this end, one on this end, which they are 3 feet as well, 36 inches. With that being said, I have my wheels. I got 4 wheels right here. They're heavy duty wheels. They are rated for about 180 pounds each wheel. So I'm assuming this tank is going to be a couple of 100 pounds, so I figured just grab something kind of heavy duty, and you know, they'll be able to move some future tanks, and in general any other stuff that I need to move down the line, down the road. So this dolly was not just to move my aquarium. I'm making it to move the aquarium, but I can also use it for other stuff, is what I'm trying to get at. So again, I've marked out on these 2x6s where I want to place these wheels. And it's going to be the same measurement throughout all. They're all going to be the same, spaced out right into the corners, just like so. How are we going to fasten those? We are going to fasten those with these long wood screws that are approximately 2.5 inches that I have here in this box. Along with those wood screws, you can see right here, the wood screw is just going to go through the holes. Along with those wood screws, I don't really need a washer, but I figured, you know what, let's just throw on a washer, as that way it will just kind of distribute the weight a little bit, the head of the screw along the base of the wheel, the wheel roller. Another thing, since I'm talking about the wheel roller, all 4 of these wheels are the ones that spin all the way around, that have bearings. So this is like a universal, just spinning, swirling wheel, so that is very convenient. So you don't necessarily just need to go straight. If you need to move around a doorway or whatever, you can easily do that. So all 4 of them are spinning wheels. So I showed you how I'm going to mount them with the screws and the washers. So I'm going to mount these wheels to the 2x6s. Once the wheels are mounted to the 2x6s, the screws that I'm going to be using are going to be going through the 2x6 and going to be actually catching the plywood. So that's great. And for whatever reason, if the screw comes through the other end where I would be, for an example, resting my tank on, that's not a problem. I'm just going to grind off the head of the, or not even the head, just the tip of the screw, so it's not poking out. And also I'll be able to, in the future, place some carpet on this stand, just so it's a nice soft surface. Or even what I'm probably just going to do for now is just leave it as is with just the plywood, and I'll just place some styrofoam on top of the plywood when I'm ready to place down the tank, just to be extra cautious and the weight is distributed a little bit more evenly. One more thing to make my life a little bit more easier on top of that, how am I going to pull this cart? Well, I got myself some rope. I'm not sure exactly how strong or whatever this is rated for, but it seems like some pretty nice strong rope that I had kicking around. This measures about maybe 4 feet. So my game plan is, once this is all connected, the last thing that I'm going to do, you can maybe briefly see here, I sliced a little 1/2-inch channel, and the game plan is to put the knots on the one end, put the rope in the middle. From there I'll be able to flip it down and screw that down. And once that's screwed down, boom, I'll be able to pull my cart. Alright guys, enough talking. Let's get straight to doing some work and start installing and building my own 4-wheel dolly cart. Alright guys, you just saw how I built this 4-wheel dolly. It took a few minutes. Hopefully you guys learned a few things along the way. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, nothing complicated. Again, very cost effective as well. You could easily rent something, but you know what? If you're in this business, or if you're going to be hauling stuff quite often, you might as well just make yourself something that you can use all the time. So this thing is pretty heavy duty, can't complain at all, really well built. I could easily put another 2x6 here on the back, but you know what, there's no need for it. It's not going to bend, it's not going to bow or anything, it's not going to crack or break. This is just here on the front, just so I have some meat to grab onto with this rope here, and just a little design with that little slot so the rope can go underneath nice and comfortably with the knots on the one end. And if you ever need to, I guess, pull it out or whatever, it can easily still come. But when you pull it, it doesn't go that way. And the wheels move nice and freely. It feels nice and even. Flip this bad boy around. And you can see it moves freely every way. And the wheels are nice and smooth. And there's no very minimal, little slight teeter-totter, but shouldn't be affected at all. The weight will be balanced once the tank's on and whatnot. So guys, thank you very much for watching. This is the 4-wheel dolly build. Pretty straightforward, might be kind of boring, but you know what, it is what it is. I just wanted to share it with you guys and bring you guys along the way. Thank you very much for tuning in. You know what it is, Leo Pazzo TV. Go ahead and subscribe right now if you guys haven't already. And thank you to all my subscribers. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Like, share, and till next time, guys.
Hey Dad, can I ask you something?
Of course, son. What's up?
Is it okay with you when I grow up, I can be a doctor or a firefighter or some sort of an engineer?
Of course, son. You could be anything you want to be. Just work hard at it, and you will achieve it. You can get it. We can get it.